to episode 3. Yes, you heard me correct. This is episode 3. This is the Hens-n-Chicks Fiber Arts YouTube channel. And for those of you who watched my first episode, you may be wondering why I said this is episode 3. Well, long story short, episode 2 apparently did not want to be put onto the internet. Even after I recorded it and did some editing, it just did not want to be put out there. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that the video was not able to be uploaded. I was quite devastated. I'm fine now. It may not seem like it, and I may refer back to episode 2 multiple times during this episode, but it's only because I put some work into it. And for those of you who have recorded a video to put out on YouTube, you kind of know how that feels when you're not able to upload it and show everybody what you did. So this is episode 3. Episode 2 will be honored. I did it. It was there. It's just you guys will never see it, but it will be remembered. So episode 3. I'm Shaylee, and you're probably like, all right, get to the point. Like, what am I watching here? So you are watching a YouTube channel about the fiber arts. I will talk about anything from spinning, knitting, crocheting, weaving, circular sock machine, dyeing yarn, all those things. So that's something you're interested in, or maybe would like to be interested in, then you are in the right place. For those of you who are returning viewers, thank you for coming back. I appreciate your time that you take out of your day to watch my episodes. And if you are new to this channel, then welcome, and I hope you enjoy the content that I present, or maybe you learned something new. So in this episode, we'll be talking about some finished objects that I have completed, some works in progress. I also have a giveaway to talk about because I am over 1,000 subscribers, so that's really super fun. And talk about some things that I've purchased, and I have a shop update. I have been busy dyeing some yarn, and I am excited to present it to you guys and let you know that I will be putting it in my Etsy shop. So it's a full episode, so hunker down. Alright, so let's start off with what I'm wearing, because it is 90 degrees here, and I have this shawl on because I wanted to show it again. This shawl is the Cozy Winter Shawl, and I will link the designer down below because I actually have a work in progress that I'm going to talk about. That was also one of her shawl designs. But this is the Cozy Winter Shawl, and I believe it was my first attempt at cables. And if you're nervous about trying cables, don't be. I mean, YouTube is an awesome resource. I think that's where I went to look to learn how to do a cable. I did restart this multiple times because I may have messed up on the design at one point or another. I think there is one mess up on here, but that's okay. That's just life. It's really beautiful. You really can't tell someone looking on who doesn't knit or anything like that. So I had finished this a little bit ago, but it's finally a completed object because I had wanted to over dye it, and I was watching Andi the knittress. She has a YouTube channel. You should go check her out. And she had talked about how she over dyed her open spaces shawl, and instantly I paused her video, went and grabbed my shawl, soaked it in some water so I could over dye it. So the story with this, so my sister had given me some yarn that she meant to use for a boyfriend's hat. Well, they broke up and I got the yarn. So I started to knit this design and this pattern, but then I ran out of yarn. So then I had to buy more yarn of that kind, but it turns out that the shades were a little off. So I was like, oh, I'll just over dye it. Oh, yeah, like, what was I thinking? That's not going to solve the problem. So you can see the two different shades, but like I said, it's beautiful. I love it. I definitely probably would make another one because it is so beautiful and detailed, but yeah, so that is this shawl. So I think I'm going to take it off now because it's scorching hot. It's hot. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to transition into works of progress real quick, and then I'll go back to finished objects. So this is, and like I said, this is another one of that designer's patterns, and I will link her down below because I think if you enjoy either of these two patterns, you're gonna find a pattern of hers that you like to do. I just think her patterns are like simple and elegant, but they could be done in really bright colors or nice neutral colors like I've done with this next one. I don't know the exact name of it. Again, I'll link it. So it's just garter stitch, and then you do some striping, and now I'm on to the lace portion of it, which honestly, I don't know if I'm doing the lace portion right, and I think it's going to be hard to, I probably won't know for sure until I block it, but, so I'm on the lace section, and then there's another garter section. So I'm getting there. I mean, it's coming along, but, oh, I wanted to mention too that the cozy winter one, the purple one that I just showed, I blocked that pretty aggressively, and I was so impressed with how much wider it became after blocking. It's such a nice fit. Like, it just wraps around so nice. And I think the same will be said for this one as well. I think it will just black out really nice. So this this like grayer color yarn, I dyed that up myself. I had made a couple of sock tubes, and when you have the sock tube, it makes for some spots where the dye doesn't strike because it's like tightly knit. So it gave it kind of that fun, like heathered kind of look. But yeah, I just had that yarn in my stash, and I was like, oh, you know, let's use up something that I have in my stash before buying more yarn, or, you know, I did buy more yarn for something else, but not for this project. So that is a work in progress. So going back to finished objects, I showed these in episode 2, but they will be shown in here because I think some people really wanted to see them. Alright, so these are my Turkish bed slippers, bed socks by Church Mouse. Church Mouse Knits or Church Mouse. They're super cute. I like them. I definitely would knit another pair. And I don't know what I was thinking about when I was saying that I might not have enough yarn with that 50-gram ball. I had plenty of yarn. And I wear a size 8 US shoe. So if you're thinking about making them, if you had like a 50-gram ball in your stash, then you could work them up. But they're just nice little slip-on slippers. Super comfy. Yeah, kind of an easy knit. Fast. It was really fast. I believe it is a paid-for pattern, but it wasn't too much, I don't believe. So, I have this little poncho that I made. So one of my farming wife friends, she is pregnant with their second baby, and I didn't know what she was having at the time. So I was going to make a girl present and a boy present. And this was the girl present. Just a little teeny poncho. I think it's for a 6-month-old. Turns out she's having a boy. So I have a boy gift in mind, but I don't want to say just in case she watches this. But I have the yarn for it, and I'm going to try it on my flatbed knitting machine. So excited about that. I do have some spinning. That's a finished object. So I had gotten a bag of merino wool. It was just a mixture of different colors, and I just spun it up all together Just having a nice little fun spin, no real rhyme or reason. It is a 2-ply. I applied it upon itself. And I'm not sure how many yards I got. I need to still measure it. My goal is to have enough hand spun, which I have enough hand spun, but not all in the same like weight consistency. But to have enough hand spun to do Andrea Mallory's, the cowl. Is it the shift cowl? I can't keep the name straight because there's the shawl and there's the cowl. But I want to try the cowl because it's a smaller project. Someday I'll do the shawl, but yeah, I want to have enough hand spun to be able to do that. Let's see, another finished object. Oh, these. So these are from Pretty Twisted Yarns. She is a self-striping dyer, self-striping sock dyer or self-striping yarn. I made these on my circular sock machine, and I did a 1x1 rib at the top for 30 rows, and then I put in the back needles but kept this 1x1, and then I did a deep heel, which is when you add more needles on the side into the heel than a normal size heel. It's supposed to help the sock to fit better. And then I kept it 1x1 rib going down the foot, and then just a regular toe. I made them on my 72 cylinder, and the reason for keeping the 1x1 ribbing here and here, I've just found that that fits my foot way better on the 72 cylinder. I'm used to making my socks on my 60 cylinder, but my ribber, the plate to my ribber, it's really difficult to do ribbing because it's a vintage sock machine and the pin moves on me. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why I don't use my 60 to do ribbing. So I've had to really adapt and just figure out my best fit with my 72 cylinder, and I've found it, and that makes me super excited. So yes, so these are finished. This is her MK base or colorway, and I will link her Etsy shop below. But this is her reverse speckle, and she had shown this colorway on her YouTube channel. And again, I just paused the video and went and bought it. I swear, you guys, if you show me something and I love it, I'm gonna go buy it. I just bought yarn today from the Hearing Colors, I believe his name's called. His name's Robert, I believe. He is Andi the knittress's husband, and he did a colorway up just recently and just posted it, and I literally just went and bought it. So I'm known for doing that. If you show me something that you've recently made and I love it, I'm just going to go purchase it. So these are finished. I do have some yarn left over, and I believe I'm going to try and do a pair of shorty socks on my circular sock machine. So I may have those in the future to show you. So Pretty Twisted Yarns, that's the yarn. Let's see, I think that is all for finished objects for this episode. So I'm going to move into works in progress. I'll insert a picture here of what I have on my rigid heddle loom. I also have some towels that I am working on my 8-shaft loom. But I ran into a snag with that project, so I won't be posting a picture quite yet. And then on my spinning wheel, I had showed you guys some Three Waters Farms fiber in episode 1. And this is what I have left. I've spun the rest up, and this is what I have left of the one braid. I don't remember the colorway. I'll have to look it up and post it for you guys. Check this out. This is why I love these bobbins. These are the I can't remember I'll link the bobbins down below too. Look at all those fun colors. Isn't that awesome? So it's spinning up super fun. Lots of colors to play with. And then this is the merino and silk, I believe. And I think I'm going to apply it on itself, and I will probably hand knit a pair of socks out of this just because I think it might be too thick for my sock machine once again. My goal is to spin thin enough to use it in my sock machine, and I haven't met that goal yet, but still pushing towards that goal. So, but loving this spin up. I spin on it whenever I get the chance. So that is on the wheel right now. On my circular sock machine, which I can't really show you because it's right over there, but I can show you some yarn I dyed up. So this is some yarn I dyed up, and this is on the circular sock machine right now. And I'm pretty excited about it. I used, I got another little mini skein from Pretty Twisted Yarns of the reverse speckle in like a pinky, hot pinky color. And I'm going to use that as the contrasting heels and toes. And I think it's looking pretty good. I'm excited. So I'll definitely most definitely have those for you next episode. Because I'm on the foot of the first one and just have to do the toe, and then I'll do the second one. They go pretty fast, and doing them a little shorter too. So that's that. I don't think I have any other works in progress to talk about. So let's talk about, so here's another purchase that I had made. Talked about in the second episode, but again, did not make it into the footage. So I bought this yarn from CSM Supplies. I think it's, what's it called? Hey Tapalana. I think that's Hey Tapalana or something. The colorway name is fun, and the colors are super fun too. I was trying to make a demo, like a pattern of a Turkish bed sock on the circular sock machine. So here I ripped it all out, but here's a small swatch of what had been done. But I just felt like it was very tedious, and I didn't feel like other people would really want to make that pattern because of the work that was going to go into it. Like I said, the hand knit ones, they go pretty fast. So that is a fiber goal of mine, is to write a pattern someday, but that was not the pattern. So I ripped it all out. I'll be making some socks out of that yarn to show you in the future though, so that will come later on. So let's talk about the giveaway, and I will show you a few things that I'm adding to the shop. And then the last little portion will just kind of be a chit chat of, I'll just give you little tidbits about myself and get to know me. So if you don't want to watch that, that's totally fine. But I'm going to knit a little bit, and I'll just kind of chit chat with you. But I kind of want to keep it nice and short for some people, and there's a lot of podcasts out there to watch, and I don't need to take up all your time. Like, there's so many great ones out there to watch, so I really appreciate you being here for this time. So, alright, so giveaway. So I reached over 1,000 subscribers, so thank you for those who have subscribed, those who have stayed, those who have recently joined. I really appreciate it. And so I want to do a giveaway, and the giveaway will be open until 2 Fridays from now. So I will record again in 2 Fridays, so I'll close the drawing then. I will draw a name. I will read it on the next episode. And the episode will probably be posted that Saturday because I need to edit it and post it and everything. So it will be open for 2 Fridays from now. Sorry, I don't know that date. Yeah, I'll post it on the screen here. the end date of the giveaway. So, the giveaway. If you are an international viewer and you are chosen, I will try and work something out with a credit of some kind to shop that you enjoy shopping at within your country. If you are within the States, I will give you the option between, I make wool dryer balls. So you could have your option between a set of wool dryer balls, your choice of color. I would be willing to dye you up a skein of yarn in your color choice, pending the color of dyes I have. I did just order 10 or 12 more dyes from Dharma, so my color stash is growing in the dye collection. So yeah, so wool dryer balls, or I would dye you up a skein of yarn in a colorway of your choosing. I thought I had something else. Or I could give you a coupon to my Etsy shop. So we can talk, like, whoever the winner is, we can talk and see what you want to do for your prize. But definitely want to give something away. To enter, you can just comment below. And I would love to hear who taught you about the fiber arts, or how did you come to be a part of this community? Yeah, why are you here? So yeah, comment below, and you'll have until 2 Fridays from now, and then the giveaway will be closed. I'll reach out to the winner, and then I'll announce it on the YouTube channel and everything. But yeah, I just want to do one. I want to do a giveaway. I'm really grateful for the support and the following that you guys have provided. So, alright, so moving into what will be in the shop. I have been busy dyeing up yarn these last few days. And I've been having a lot of fun doing it. It's been a blast. It's been hot enough where the yarn is drying pretty fast outside, so that's really nice. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a few skeins, just because I try to take the best pictures I can for Etsy, but sometimes I feel like seeing it on camera does it more justice. So I just wanted to show you a few of them on camera, and then I will link my shop below. So if you want to go check out the other ones, feel free to. So, alright, so here is the first one. This one has some chartreuse and some like minty green colors, some like light peachy colors, and then some spectrals. Still coming up with some names for them. Definitely hard to name them. This one might be like Tutti Frutti or Lemon Lime or something like that. I don't know. My husband was trying to come up with some names for me. He was doing pretty good. I was like, oh, I'll remember that one. Oh, that's a good one. Keep going, hon. Like, keep giving me some more names. So yeah. So this one was there's only one of these ones. This was like a tester, if you will. But that one is on, I believe, a BFL sock base. I think that one's maybe the 75-25 base. So this one is on tweed, BFL sock tweed base. There are some oranges and reds and yellow mustard in there, and then you got the little tweed pieces. This one I think are called autumn wool. So it's definitely bringing on some autumn vibes for me. But yeah, so that one's pretty fun. I think there are four of these ones that will be going in the shop. I also have a purple, like tonal. There's shades of purple in it and some blue shades, but it's kind of like a semi-solid. And then I have this green one as well. And this green one has some darker green, some lighter green. And this is on, I think this one's on, this is on the BFL 80-20 base or 75-25, I can't remember. And this one. This one reminds me of like a passion fruit. I think this one is on the 80-20 Super Wash Merino base. There's some black speckles in there. Again, some chartreuse, some pink colors, and then like a darker green. I think my mom suggested this one being called Purple Cow. I think I mentioned it. I'm married to a farmer. We live out in the country. And so my mom suggested this one should be Purple Cow. So yeah, some dark purple, light purple, and then those speckles of like hot pink in there. And then these ones definitely are my favorite. I have several different zebra base yarns that I did up. I'm not going to show them all to you. I don't want to waste all your time. But there's this one. This one's like a turquoisey green feel. I really liked this one. I think I called this one Seaweed. So there's that one. And then this is the first one that I did up. This one was super fun. I'm finding I love chartreuse. I think Teresa from Pretty Twisted Yarns, I think you also mentioned that you are a chartreuse lover. So chartreuse was showing up in many of the colorways. And then this one had some orange and teal and purple. I think I called this one Radioactive. So there's that. So that's about it. I mean, I have other ones, but like I said, they'll be linked in the shop. And if you so feel inclined, you can go check them out. And I think that's it for this episode, guys. Yeah, I need to go paint. I'm redoing a room in my house for a craft haven, if you will. I am actually in what is supposed to be our dining room. I have taken it over and I need to give it back. So I'm working on renovating a room downstairs for my crafting space. So I've painted the walls. It was a super bright, well, almost this color of walls down there. That tealy color. So I have repainted the walls white. Because there's only one little window and I want as much light to be reflected as possible. We are going to try and redo some of the lighting down there so I can have more lighting. So painted all the walls. I have floor paint now. It's a cement floor down there, so I'm going to paint the floors. I really wanted to do a stencil on the floors, but I also really just want to get stuff moved in there. My goal is to have it done by my little man's birthday, which is September. So time's kind of the essence, and I just kind of want to get things moved in and settled in. So I don't know if I'll do the stencil or not. I mean, it'd be a lot of work. Then I may be the only one seeing it, so it'd be cool. We'll see. So need to do that. I need to plant a few more flowers. Yeah, so I think we're going to call it good here. And again, I'll have a little section coming up. That's just going to be a little chit chat. Get to know me a little bit more. That won't be long as well. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day. And thank you for tuning in. And I hope you stay safe and stay cool. And just enjoy your crafting time and create something new whenever you can. Alright, take care, guys. Bye. Okay, so welcome back. I decided to do some spinning. Sorry you can't see it on the camera, but I am spinning down here. If you're wondering, like, I should keep looking down. Anyway, so little chit chat. So I wanted to kind of talk about my name. So my name is Shaylee, and it is spelled like this. And phonetically, it should be spelled like this. So, I was named after an elderly lady that my grandmother took care of in a nursing home. And my parents decided to keep the spelling the same way that she had it. And it was her last name. So, I was named after Mrs. Shaylee. I have met other Shayleys in my life. But I have yet to meet one that spells it the same that I do. And so I feel like I have the unique spelling. But like I said, I've met some other Shayleys in my lifetime. But the unique spelling got me out of having to read out loud when we had substitute teachers. In elementary school, I hated to read out loud. And I was never a good speller, and so when we would have a substitute teacher, they would be doing roll call, and they'd be going through the list, Bobby here, Susie here, and then there'd be a pause, and, you know, I enjoyed letting the substitute teacher kind of sweat it out. I knew it was my name they were struggling with. No, that's not nice, but that's kind of what you do with substitute teachers, right? So, long pause. My classmates are looking at me like, shh, that's you. She's messing up on your name. She doesn't know how to say it. So finally, after, you know, enough time went by, I felt, and the teacher was sweating enough, finally raised my hand. I'm like, it's me. My name is Shaylee. Oh, thank you for pronouncing that. I had no clue and I didn't want to mess it up. Well, I'm used to it, so go ahead and mess it up. And so we would need to read out loud in front of class, and the substitute teacher usually wouldn't call on me because they didn't want to mispronounce my name. And so that was definitely a blessing for having the unique spelling that I do. And then later on in life, I decided to get married, and I had a really nice maiden name. And then I decided to go off and get married to this crazy last name. So now I have a first and last name that nobody knows how to pronounce or say. And a lot of times people, well, not a lot of times, but a few times people are like, can I just call you Cece? And I'm like, no, you may not. My name is not Cece. So I've gotten a lot of different nicknames, but I do love my name. I really do. I like having a unique name. I like having the story behind it to be able to share with people. My mom says because I was kind of on the shyer side as a kid, that it gave me an opportunity to kind of talk and share about my name. So she thought that was pretty neat, and she did a good job. So, let's see. So, sometimes I'll give you guys like farm updates, what's going on the farm. And not always. But right now we are in full force, well, we were in full force of planting season. And in episode 2, I told you that things were going fine and we were planting, and that was that. Well, beginning of June, we got a frost here in Michigan, and it killed off a lot of the crops. So my husband needed to replant quite a few of his fields. He helped a few other farmers replant their fields because everything had died off. And yeah, so that's been a big bump in the road so far this season. We just finished up with first cutting of hay, and so 2 years ago I was pregnant with our son, and so I didn't have to help with hay. That was great. Last year I did minimal hay work, only because I still had our son to take care of and watch over. And then this year he came home with a wagon that needed to be unloaded, He's like, oh, I'll just unload it once, you know, little man goes to sleep. I'm like, I should help him. So I went out and helped him, and he was probably just like, man, I should have just did this on my own. So I had a C-section with my son. It was an emergency C-section, and so totally unplanned. And I just feel like, obviously my core is not, I have hardly any core strength. It is not what it used to be. And I was just getting really frustrated at myself with trying to throw the bales and get them to my husband. And these things were, I mean, they probably weighed easily 45 pounds maybe. The string or the twine that was around them, it was on it pretty tight. So my fingers were actually kind of going numb when I was trying to throw them to him. I had gloves on, and my fingers were like tingling because the twine was so tight around the bale and trying to get my fingers under it. But I made it through. He said, I thought you were gonna die. I'm like, well, I felt like I was gonna die. But just frustrating because I used to do all right with hay. Like, I couldn't keep up with the boys, but I mean, I felt like I pulled my weight. So just frustrating. Just kind of not being able to do what I used to be able to do. But yeah, I think we finished up with first cutting hay, and that's about it for the farm right now. Not much else. I just I need to go plant a few flowers. I need to work on my craft room renovation, and I'll be working a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so that's kind of a bummer. But just trying to get some house stuff done and maybe get some pizza tonight. Who knows? Have a wild night. So we're kid free. But that's about it. So, alright guys, I'm going to cut it short here, and I will see you hopefully in a couple weeks. And yeah, so take care. Bye guys.